Good morning, guys. It's your girl Lisa Lutz here, Diamond Beachbody coach and founder of the Fit Fam. I'm actually just wanting to touch base with you guys about 5 tips to help you earn more in your Beachbody business. So, the very first tip I want to give you is push, play, and drink Shakeology daily. So, that seems like a no brainer, right? So, one of the 3 vital behaviors that Beachbody asks us as coaches is to be a product of the product. And what does that mean? Well, that means drinking the Shakeology and doing the workouts. If you haven't made it through an entire calendar of a Beachbody workout, then you're not being a product of the product. You need to stay consistent. I am actually guilty of this. When I first became a Beachbody coach about 3 years ago, and I quit. I had purchased TurboFire and Shakeology. I also did the Ultimate Refresh. I was trying to be a product of the product. I did finish the Ultimate Refresh, and I drank Shakeology pretty much every day, but I didn't finish TurboFire. I was nowhere close to finishing the TurboFire calendar. I did workouts sporadically when it fit my schedule, but again, I wasn't a product of the product, and I pretty much kind of flaked out, and I flaked out of being a coach. When I joined back up, I joined because I wanted to do the 21-day fix. I wasn't really sold on becoming a coach again, but I really wanted the results to help me feel better. So make sure that you are committed to doing whatever workout that might be. 21-day fix, insanity, T25, size, do it all the way through. And it's so rewarding to make an X on that calendar for every single day that you've showed up and did your workout. Also, drink Shakeology every day. The last thing that I want to hear is a coach that comes to me, or I see a coach go inactive and I ask him, are you drinking your Shakeology every day, or why are you canceling your Shakeology Home Direct? And they say, well, I've got these 3 or 4 bags kind of piling up and I don't need any more Shakeology. Okay, then you're not drinking your Shakeology every day. If it's backing up, if you have a surplus of Shakeology at your house, then you're not being a product of the product. You're not drinking Shakeology every day, and you're not able to share your story about how it's been so beneficial for you, how it's had a positive impact on your life, how it's given you more energy, how it's made you regular, how you feel when you drink Shakeology. Okay, so make sure that you push play and drink Shakeology daily. That's my tip number 1. Number 2, collect stories. So you guys have heard it said that stories sell, right? Or you need to make sure that you are sharing and collecting stories. So if you don't have a story about being a stay-at-home mom because you don't have kids, then talk to somebody and ask them how Beachbody, who has changed their life, who is a stay-at-home mom, you can talk to me. If you are not a police officer and you have some of your target market or some of the people that are in your warm market are police officers or firefighters, talk to somebody that's a Beachbody coach that this has impacted their life, a teacher, a nurse. Start to collect stories about how Beachbody has changed people's lives. Keep 5 stories in your hip pocket. I have a story for when someone says, I'm too tired. I don't have the time to commit to being a Beachbody coach, or I'm too tired to do a workout, or I'm a stay-at-home mom, or I have a full-time job, or I'm a teacher, or I'm a nurse, or I work shift work. Have a story to combat excuses. That's what's going to help people understand how this business can change your life, or how just committing to a challenge group can change their life, and how they're going to feel so much better by doing so. All right, the third one is personal development. So I probably should have made this number 2, but let me tell you, if you're not doing your personal development, you're probably not watching this video, because this video is personal development. It's you saying, you know what, I'm interested in growing my business, but I'm also more interested in helping myself. How can I grow as a person? So personal development wasn't something new to me. My mom has been involved in personal development for as long as I can remember. Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, John Maxwell, Napoleon Hill. These are all books that were in our house growing up. And even as an adult, she would quote them to me about times when I think I was trying to overcome an obstacle, or there was something challenging in my life, or I needed somebody to help motivate me or inspire me. She would pull a quote from one of these books and tell me, this is how you can help, this is how this can help you. So I grew up with personal development, but I really didn't embrace it until I became a Beachbody coach. One of the 3 vital behaviors, as you know, is personal development. And we're asked to read 10 pages a day in some sort of personal development book that resonates with us. So we've read books like The Slight Edge. We've read books like The Compound Effect, How to Be a Badass. So we've read some pretty cool books, my team and I encourage you to go out and do the same thing. Now, if you feel like I don't have time to read a book, Lisa, I have 5 kids and I have a full-time job, I'm trying to get my workout in, I'm trying to drink my shake that you just told me I need to drink, then I'm telling you right now, you can do this. Here's what you can do. You can listen to audio. You can do what I mentioned earlier, which is put something on in YouTube in the background when you're getting ready in the morning. There is tons of time in your day. You're just making excuses of why this part is not important to you. You think you don't need the personal development. I'm telling you, I have seen significant changes whenever I have listened to personal development, watched a YouTube video, really started my day with something positive. That's how I set my day up for intention. And I'm asking you to do the same thing. There's a great book out there called Crash the Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick, who's our pastor at Elevation Church here in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you deal with negativity or negative thoughts, that's a great book to go out and get. Crash the Chatterbox. That's going to help you set your day with intention and you know exactly what to do. So we have Push Play Daily and Drink Shakeology Daily. We have Share Your Story and Collect Stories. Personal development. Number 4 is make friends and add value. So you guys should be adding at least 5 friends through social media every single day. And that's a non-negotiable. If you're not doing that, if you're not adding at least 5 friends, you're probably not growing your business. So if you think that you are tapped out in your warm market or tapped out in your 400 friends that you have on Facebook, that's because you're not adding anybody. Now, what does that mean? That seems a little scary and a little overwhelming. I need to add 5 friends every single day. Well, where do I find these random friends? You guys, you can search pretty much anything in Facebook and find groups. I have a mommy meetup group. They're the Real Housewives of Loudoun County, which I used to be a part of when I lived in Northern Virginia. There are new moms groups. There's moms over 35 groups. There's moms into fitness. That's my target market. So those are groups I try to join. But make sure that when you're doing this, that you're authentic, right? So you're adding people to your network. I have old pageant friends I'm adding. I have pageant friends that I'm adding who, if they're still competing, they may be interested in learning a way that they can work out from home because as a former competitor, it's hard again to add another hour to your day. But let me tell you, adding 5 friends on social media is super easy and much easier than hoping that the lady at the cash register notices I have on a 21-day fix shirt and asks me about the 21-day fix and how she can become a part of my challenge group. Because it just doesn't happen. It's very rare that it happens, and then that's one person. Or I can add 5 people a day, if not more, through Facebook or Instagram or social media. So know that you can go out there, but make sure that you're authentic. Make sure that if you notice somebody who's sharing a weight loss story, that you don't just hop on there really quickly and message and say, hey, congratulations on your 50-pound weight loss. I know how you can lose another 50 pounds. Join me in my challenge group and the 21-day fix, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to be your coach and motivate you. We start August 3rd. Don't do that. Be authentic. Inspire them. Stop by and maybe say, congratulations on your weight loss, girl. Keep it up. That's how somebody's going to come back to you and want you to be their coach if they ever decide to be a part of Beachbody. Okay, so here's the one that everybody shies away from. And tip number 5 is invite. And when I say invite, I want you to talk about your life, okay? People, and if you haven't noticed this, people are crazy and they love to talk about their life. You can just say, hey, how's it going? And they're going to spit out about their marriage, how they have crazy kids, how they hate their job, how they need a haircut, how they haven't been able to take a shower uninterrupted, how they can't even use the bathroom with the door closed. I mean, they are just going to open up to you and all you did was say hi. So make sure that kind of gives you an insight into their life. So since they are telling you about their life, make sure you're listening. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. He wants us to listen first and talk second. So if someone's telling you about their crazy life, maybe they're talking to you about how they hate their job, how they just can't stand it, then you can say, you know what? I hear you. I was the same way. I'm so glad I get to be a part of all of my son's milestones. I don't miss anything. I don't miss any baseball practices or basketball games. I get to go to all these neat events and be a part of mommy meetup groups. And all because I joined Beachbody. Would you like to know more? I mean, honestly, ask them, do you want to do something or do you want to just complain about it? Do you want to continue to stay in your negative job or would you like for me to help you with a positive outcome? So, again, be authentic, be real, give them a call to action. So make sure that you're asking them, hey, I totally feel you. Man, when I was 5 months postpartum, did not like what I saw in the mirror. I knew I wanted to change. I wanted to feel better about myself. I wanted to be sexier for my husband. I wanted to have more energy for my son. I wanted my son to be proud of me. I wanted to feel good. And this is what I did. And I can help you do the same thing if you're interested. But again, when you invite, you're listening first and talking second. So you want to make sure you're listening to what they have to say, that you're being authentic. Maybe you have a solution to the problem and maybe you don't. But there's a friend that you may have just added to your Facebook page. There's somebody new you've added to your network by just listening. So be authentic. And this little bonus tip for you guys is, as new coaches and as old coaches, we need to learn to tweak. And I didn't say twerk, I said tweak. You need to learn that if something doesn't happen right the first time, if it doesn't go 100% like you planned, then guess what? You can tweak it and move on. So maybe you sent out an invitation and it was crickets and you didn't hear anything. That's okay. Look at that invitation. Maybe you sent out 15 invitations to your next challenge group and you didn't hear back from anybody, or maybe you heard back from one person. Ask that one person, hey, what about this invitation that you really like? What just spoke to you and said, I want to be a part of this person's group? And if they say, hey, it was just how authentic you were, or it was how you shared your story about you were 5 months postpartum and didn't have any energy and really didn't like how you looked and really wanted to change that part of you to feel better about yourself. That's what spoke to me. Awesome. Okay, so your next invitations, you need to make sure you highlight that. So that's want to be the first thing you do, is share your story right off the gate. So make sure you're willing to tweak your invitations, to tweak how you're posting, to tweak your, how about just tweaking your personality too, right? So tweak your mindset when it comes to coaching. Tweak your mindset when it comes to how you set up your day, how you do your power hour, how you work on your personal development. Don't make that a negotiable. Don't say, you know what, if I don't do personal development today, that's okay, I'll get to it tomorrow. Do something. I don't care if it's not reading the 10 pages. Maybe it's listening to an audio. Maybe it's listening to something in your car. Maybe it's putting your headphones in when you're at the grocery store. Guys, just make sure that along the way, you're learning from your mistakes, because I'm telling you right now, top coaches, myself included, we didn't get to where we are, or we're not building our business by no mistakes, because we're perfect and we have this beautiful rainbows and unicorns just make all of our days beautiful, and money just comes flowing in and we never make any mistakes. We do. I have made tons of them and I will continue to make tons of them. That's what this Beachbody business is. That's what being an entrepreneur means. It means taking risks and riding this roller coaster and enjoying the ups and downs and making sure that you tweak things that aren't working and learn from your mistakes. So there's 5 tips. Push play, drink Shakeology daily. Share your stories and collect stories. Personal development. Make friends and add value. Invite. Don't forget to invite and be authentic. And your 6th number, little bonus one that I gave you, was tweak. So tweak things that aren't working and move on. Don't hover over the things that you can't change and think that you can change them on your own. Always come back. You can come back to your upline sponsor. You can post in your team page. Ask for help. Don't try to do it on your own, or you will see that you feel like you're on an island and nobody's there to help. We're all here to help you. I hope this helped you. I love you guys. Thanks for being a part of my team. Thanks for following along on my YouTube channel. And here we go. Let's start our day. Love you guys. Mwah. God bless.